We are back again and again and again. I told you that we don't stop. I thought I told you that we don't stop. Chris Rock was the best for that.
What's going on, man?
This is Baron J67.
I'm xTJones. See, about to rock out again with the X.
xTJones.
The X is just a placeholder. T Jones wasn't available, and I've been rocking with the xTJones thing for all my platforms because I like to be uniform. So, and you know, T Jones is the name.
And you know what's funny? For anybody out there gonna do anything. Even if you don't have any plans of doing any type of social media or starting up a business, the best thing you can do for yourself, and I actually got this from Sway in the morning, shout out to Sway, like Sway. He's going to listen. I know he's going to listen because Sway, you the real. Sway. But make all your social media the same. So that, and make sure to have it something unique but manageable, not like booty humper / liquor
yeah.
55. No,
that first email address you made back when you was a kid.
Not that email address from middle school or your AIM account. But
do you remember yours?
Yeah, I actually, what's sad is I still use my first email address.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Mine was that was a long time ago. I can't remember none of them.
It's sad.
I just only remember my adult ones.
Right? Okay. But make all your social media and everything the same because it'll be easier to market. Like for me, you search Baron J67 and you will find nothing but stuff about Baron J67. Mm-hmm. Whether it's my YouTube, whether it's my Twitter, whether it's my Instagram, it will all pop up. Patreon account.
Better plug, man. You better plug your plug.
I'm plugging. But no, it's just that's been the best advice that I've ever gotten from just overheard on Sirius XM. But my bad, I'm gonna shut up now.
Nah, we're good, man. So we decided we were going to talk about our setups and what we actually use on a daily basis when it comes to our gaming. So I guess I could start off. You kind of went in depth in yours. I'm looking at your little.
I know. I had to take notes because I'm still learning.
So
this is like Japanese.
Yeah, it is. You have to, but see, you have to learn it. So like for me, I just got a laptop. Just got a gaming laptop. It's an Asus ROG 503. It has an Intel i7. I'm sorry, with a 7700 megahertz, or is it megahertz?
I want to say it's gigahertz.
Gigahertz would be like by 2.8. That's the second part to it. Look at me, man. Look at me. Yeah.
They say you know something if you can teach it.
Then I got a NVIDIA, your
graphics card.
My graphics card is the NVIDIA G4 GTX 1060.
Yep.
And that's what I rock with, man. I haven't gamed on it yet, but I use it for productivity. I use it for editing. I use it for everything. And it's a 15-inch laptop. Okay. So they make this is like the higher end version of that laptop. Yeah. So they have the 703, which is a 17-inch, mm-hmm. and the 17-inch has the same graphics card, same everything in it. The only difference is in screen size. Everything else is completely the same.
And it's crazy because what was it, like 500 more?
Yeah.
But the only thing is difference, you're getting 2 more inches.
Yeah, I'm like, God dang, man.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I was looking for the 17-inch because of how I wanted to have my setup. And speaking of that, I will be doing a setup video soon. Once I get my stuff together, I'm going to do a pre-setup video because I'm getting kicked out of my gaming room for my son. So
there you go. And congrats on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so moving over. Oh, and you also use your Elgato capture card.
Elgato capture card as my capture card.
Yes.
Capture all of my stuff. But to be honest, I don't use the program as much as I used to. I just use OBS. OBS.
Oh, talk about that.
Yeah. So OBS is the open broadcaster. Open broadcast service? Is it system? Source. And I use that to stream. I use that to record. Still trying to work through the settings enough to get it right. I'm trying to get it right enough for me to stream. It's not perfect. I can't go 1080p 60 frames out the gate, 4K, all of that. I can't do none of that right now, but I'm trying to get it right still, so we're still working on it on a daily basis. I'm still making adjustments to it.
And you know what's trippy about that? It's funny how even though we have all these great capabilities, we have all this awesome tech in front of us, they actually recommend that you don't go over, what is it,
720?
Or 720, my bad. You don't go over 720 because most people out in the world and on their phone, they're not going to be watching a 1080p video on the go.
I'm going to tell you something, though. Whenever a 60 frames per second, whenever I'm home and I'm connected to my internet, and somebody's playing a 1080p 60 frames per second, the quality, you can see the shift in it. And you can see it. It gets like real smooth. It look like butter. I'm like, dang, man, it's real cool. So,
but that's, go ahead.
To get to that point, you need the equipment for it. Yep. So why destroy yourself and be frustrated with the way your stream looks because you're trying to overclock it, i.e. me, I'm that guy.
He's like, oh, so I can run this at unlimited frames? Well, let's reach that unlimited number.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a new laptop and I went haywire. I went everything 1080p, 60 frames a second.
Fucking CPU's running at 99%. He's all watching a music video.
3500 bit rate.
He's like, and go. Oh, Jesus, man.
That to me was an experience. Then I realized, like, I'm overdoing it. Like, stop overdoing it. So I still rock with the basic of the basic until I can get to a point where I can provide the best of the best for myself. Because this is something that I enjoy doing. So
now, okay. Now, in seeing and hearing your setup, what are some things that you didn't realize you were going to need that you now need, or that you needed once you started streaming and editing and all that?
Proper HDMI cables.
Right?
Proper HDMI cables, because when you get these basic flimsy, and to be honest, these basic flimsy HDMI cables that aren't 60 hertz, that you start kicking yourself because you're not expecting the cable to be the problem, and the cable has been the problem in some cases with me. Knowing the difference between a Thunderbolt C port and a 3.0 port, knowing the difference between whatever those type of things make a difference. So right now I'm trying to get to a minimalist setup, a setup where I can unhook my laptop from it and go about my day, and then when I want to sit down at my station, I can connect and just work off my laptop without looking at the screen or playing with the keyboard on it. Another thing is actually a good mic. Most of the time, the mic that you get with your headphones, with your headsets, they're good enough for you to talk to your chat, but they're not good enough for people to listen to you.
No.
So I have a Astro A40s, and this headset is the best. I bought it because I got a deal on it, and then it came with the mix amp. If I had to go back, I would just buy the mix amp and just get me a cheap pair of headphones, because the mic, in my opinion, the mic isn't what... If I could record from my headset, do everything from my headset, I'd be perfect.
Yeah.
With most headsets that I've found, I can't do it. I had Turtle Beaches. I've had those. I can't record from it because I do not like the audio. Right now, I rock a Snowball, and that gets the job done. I'm not quite... I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
Got you.
So... it's the little things that is what gets me. So I think the most thing that got me that I had to switch up was my cables.
And you know what? Jumping over to my setup, cables are a big part. Actually, something that was big for me was was a 3.0 USB drive, and having to get a proper 3.0 USB drive extender.
Yeah,
and you don't realize how many ports you need until you're trying to stream.
Especially when you're working off of a laptop.
Oh my gosh. You need your HDMI. You need your
mouse
Ethernet,
and keyboard.
your mouse and keyboard, your capture card, your your external hard drive, because you do not want to put all that recording on your laptop. And because of course your laptop, like all other things has a finite memory source, but you don't want to bog it down with a bunch of, like, if I unplug my external hard drive, my laptop is bare.
Yeah,
it is.
You can't, like, you go to load up Premiere and it says locate files.
Yeah, everything's gone.
Yeah, that's the same way mine's is set up.
My laptop turns into a zombie.
Yeah,
once you unplug that external hard drive, and I know it runs better, and my CPU usage is way low for that. But now let me describe what I'm working with. So, and I'm reading because I'm, of course, don't know all of this by heart. So I have an Omen HP laptop, 7th generation i7 Intel processor, 7700 processor. I got a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 graphics card, and the dopest part of my whole setup with that laptop, because I freaking love it. I game on it. Actually, before I started streaming, I gamed like crazy on it. I literally bought it for games only. I wouldn't let my family use it for nothing else. They couldn't.
Can I check my email? No.
They couldn't check their email because I'm so I'm so used to my computer getting so many viruses, and I spent so much money on it, and I was like, I am not. Nope, you cannot touch it. You can't. Don't even. My family out there listening, you guys know, and you're probably laughing because it is that serious. I would have probably take the time to go buy you a laptop before I let you touch my laptop. Like, don't touch my laptop.
Hey, BB, can I use your laptop?
Right? Can I use your laptop?
It's my last one now. We're gonna get you one.
Nah, let's go to the store real quick. Just pay me back when you get it. But I've ran everything from XCOM to Star Wars Knights of the Republic. What else? I don't think I've played any major shooters on there.
Okay.
Shooters aren't really, that's not my number one thing. I usually play shooters on console.
Yeah.
But
see, man, I don't know. I see the way shooters work on PC, and it's very attracting.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Because the way they move, bro, the way they're
able
to
pinpoint any little. If your ankle is poking out behind a wall, I can shoot your ankle. I can
shoot you with precision.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, and this is a part of the conversation today that I will be attempting to make the switch to console gaming
or to PC gaming.
Or PC gaming. I'm sorry, I'm already on console gaming. I've proved my skills over there enough. I had time to jump into a different world.
Oh, the master race.
Yeah, I'm like gold or platinum tier now. What's higher? Diamond? I think it's diamond.
Diamond's higher.
Diamond tier on anything.
And you know what, man? I'm actually looking forward to making that full jump. I just remember as a kid how intense it used to be. Because remember, PC cafes or internet cafes, I used to love those things. We had one, I want to say it was called Red Dragon. And it was the dopest thing ever. You go in there, spend your so-and-so amount per hour. You would dump a bunch on, and you would just sit in there and play Diablo, Counter-Strike,
Quake was my thing, man.
Yeah,
Quake and Doom.
Yep. What else did I play? I think Half-Life was around that time too. But you would just sit in there and run it, and the community was dope. Everybody was modding and having fun, and people would put overlay maps in, like, oh, hey, so you don't have to keep plugging this. Let me add this to your thing real quick, and boom. And it was just Diablo 2 and Balls of Revenge. Like, it was dope. But when it came to that competitive, or not even competitive, the online, like, shooting community, it was intense. Like, there was I wasn't ready for that as a kid.
It was out the gate. It was competitive.
Yeah, it was just, and it would just be us in a little LAN party. Like, it was raw.
You seen that videos going around on Facebook with the Fortnite? They're all in the same house playing Fortnite. Dude gets mad. They get mad at each other because they didn't win, and they were like top. It was something. They were like top 5 or whatever. And they lost, and the dude gets up and walks out. He's like, I told you not to go over there. Yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny. We've been seeing it's a gang of memes now on Fortnite.
Yes.
It's a gang of memes. But yeah, even now, like, even to see shooters get competitive, like Battle Royale games get competitive teams and have tournaments and prize pools. We've come a long way.
Hell yeah, we have. And it's always been there. I hate to talk like this stuff is new. The competitiveness, the batting, da-da-da-da. It's not that it's new. It's more accessible.
Yeah.
Now you can boot up, do it. I see people on Twitter all day. Hey, looking for 8s.
Money 8s.
I'm looking for a squad so we can run Money 8s.
Yeah.
I need a what do they call the guy who sits in the back on Call of Duty?
Anchor or AR.
I need an AR. I need 2 attackers.
Sub and a sub and an OBJ.
Yeah, they all day on Twitter, all day.
That's all I see.
Yeah, all day.
Retweets. The retweets, man. They retweet everything.
They retweet everything.
But our setups aren't perfect. I'm gonna say that, right? Especially mine. My setup isn't perfect, but I want to get it to a point where I feel good about it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we continue to add little things here, a longer Ethernet cable.
Oh my god, bro! So the dopest thing I got for Christmas was $100 Amazon gift card, right? So I collect figures. So I was ready to blow that $100 Amazon gift card on Pop figures, Figma, Good Smile figures.
Yeah.
There's this Metal Gear Solid figure I've been looking at. I was going to get Solid Snake and blah, 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 blah. Or an Ocelot with his pistols.
Man.
I was so ready. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, I need stuff for my setup. And I ended up getting so I had to get a HDMI splitter.
Okay, yeah. You all need one of them. That
was mandatory.
Especially if you got multiple consoles.
Right, with a switchboard. And then I ended up picking up a USB 3.0 extender.
Okay.
And thank God I found one that doesn't need a power outlet because I'm running.
You got
all outlets are used.
You got no outlets in this room.
Yeah, because I actually put my router and my my network, the router and the modem. I put my router and modem in the same room, so they're plugged in here because I want the best
of the best.
Yeah. I want the internet.
I will not be robbed.
Yeah, I will not be robbed. Oh, then I had to buy an Ethernet splitter to plug in everything through there. Man, bro. My room is wired.
Damn, man.
And everything is just wires everywhere. Then you got the wire for your mic, and then you got the wires for your... Because, of course, you got to run wired keyboard and mouse. You don't want to risk lag and delay.
Yeah.
Especially when you're gaming.
I will not be robbed.
I will not be robbed. Follow me, I know the way. But it's crazy. So, but the dopest part of my setup for me is my monitor. I have an Asus 24-inch LED monitor with a 1 millisecond response time and 144 hertz refresh rate. It's a monster. And I told everybody I refuse to buy TVs anymore because I always thought you had to buy the new hot TV.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm gaming off of monitors from now on.
Yeah.
Like, if I buy anything else, because my TVs that I got are good enough to last for another good 5 years. Yeah, I like to live like a caveman. Sorry, I'm not running 4K, 3D, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find me a LCD.
Right. Man. Dude, remember how hot those things? Was it the LCDs that would get hot?
I got an LCD at the house now that I'm still using like a 42-inch, and it burns up.
Bro.
My wall be feeling all extra hot.
Paint all peeling.
Man, I'll be like, damn, man.
Gotta put a fan back there to make sure
my wife's gonna say, you're not gonna mount this so we can burn our
house
down
so the house can catch on fire?
Hell no, man. We gotta keep this 10 inches away from the wall.
Man. And then it needs you gotta make sure to dust it because it runs hot.
It get hot.
The LEDs run hot. And you can feel it. Like, I know the room we're in now, it's not well ventilated, so I can only imagine.
Yeah, the LCD in here, man.
Oh, my God.
Pulling my collar.
No, I'd have to have a fan blowing away from it, pulling the heat out the damn room just to create circulation.
But it's important to know what you need.
Yes.
And the one thing, we've had this conversation too, is that the one place I would always try to avoid is the place of wanting new stuff because it came out, you know.
Man, you will kill yourself off big time trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah,
like it gets really expensive, man. Every time something new comes out. Me personally, when it comes to me buying technology, and this happened honestly after the Xbox and really the rise of the iPhone. That's really what caught my eye about it is kicking back and waiting a generation.
Yeah.
Because I got burned with the 360. Remember when it was the red ring of death and burning rings into people's disc?
Yeah.
I got hit with that.
Damn.
I had to send my Xbox to the actual manufacturer to Microsoft, I think 3 times.
Damn, that's
man, I learned how to take the faceplate off. I mean, like, it was hard. But it just
to learn how to fix it. Let me fix it myself.
No,
now.
so peep this. So I'll never forget it. I'm on the phone with Microsoft talking to the tech because you had to go through a tech, and then they would send you a confirmation like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna mail you your box to mail it in." So I'm sitting there making my complaint, and then all of a sudden my Xbox working while I'm talking to him. I was like, "Oh well, it's working right now." He was like, "Oh well, if it's working now, there's nothing I can do." Oh, it just broke. He was like, "Sir," I was like, "Yeah, it just went."
Yeah, I thought it was working.
It was working a second ago, but it's doing it right now. Red rings and all. And like, I was like, "Nope, I'm not about to hang up."
No.
And then have it break on me again.
Yeah,
but
then wait the extra time to get back.
But that was because I had a first generation day one. And
Xbox.
So now when it comes to consoles, major purchases like TVs and stuff like that, I tend to kick back and wait a generation. Like, I don't have the Xbox One X. I want it.
Yeah.
Why though? Why would I do it when I have this laptop? I don't know, because I'm special. But I'm gonna wait a generation or two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll see it this Christmas. I didn't pick it up this past Christmas.
But you'll probably
maybe I'll pick it up this Christmas.
Yeah.
Or they'll come out with a dope bundle, or they'll come out with an elite
see a
smaller
great deal.
version of it. Or,
slim version.
A slim version. There's gonna be so much. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
And then you deal with less technical difficulties. Like, you deal with less tech problems. When they work out the kinks.
Of course. Yeah, see me, I just how I avoid that is I just work. Cool.
It's good.
It's good for me.
Right?
You know, and getting stuff that I actually need, like a laptop, like going out and getting me a laptop, going out and getting me 2 monitors. Those are things that I need to make it better for me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I want it better for me is I want to feel so comfortable that I can push the power button and just sit down and go.
Yep.
You know, I don't want to have to, okay, let me mic check 1 2 1 2, and I don't want to do all of that. I want to be able to just sit down, go, and know it's going to work.
And know it's going to work. And it is a hell of a feeling, man. Like, I agree with you. Like, my little battle station. So I didn't even finish what I got. So I got my Omen laptop. I have my Asus 24-inch monitor, and of course I'm running on my Magnavox TV. So I work with a system of my laptop, my TV, and a monitor. I want to get to a point where I got multiple monitors and I can move my TV further over and kind of just have that for when my kids are in here hanging out.
Yeah.
And I'm just working straight from my monitor. But at this point, that's what I got, and it's more than good enough. And I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off until I come across another good deal on some monitors.
Yeah.
And then of course I have the lifted ventilation fans for my laptop because it's sitting on a
card table.
A card table.
Yeah. Plus some spades.
Right, play some spades. Actually, I suck at spades, man. Hey, I seen the craziest post when it came to spades. This guy said spades, and I'm sorry I don't know giving the proper shout outs, but he said spades is one of those games where you get a brief moment in your life where you learn to play. Because you're too young to play, and then real quick it turns into you're too old to teach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We're at that age of we're too old to teach.
Too old to teach.
Yeah.
Me, I know the bare basics, but my family take it way too serious, which I think everybody's family takes it way too serious.
And dominoes.
Yeah, no, I can play some damn dominoes.
Yeah,
I can play dominoes.
Yeah.
But I cannot. Spades, I can't keep up. People get way too.
How many books? My partner got to make the decision.
How many books you got? Well, what do you got? I'm like,
I wish 3. I could show you, though.
Really? Why you selling short? And then it ended up having 6 books.
Yeah,
you overcalling it. Like, no.
Now you reneging and
like,
my bad.
Can you carry me?
Can we lose on purpose?
Yeah. There's only what is it? 13 books total. Don't get to quoting me.
Yeah, don't quote me.
Sound terrible.
I
correct us in the comments for those who play spades. How many books you can get?
Controller and soon-to-be keyboard is my reign.
Right. Okay. So that's what I'm working with, and then of course, dude, when you guys are doing this type of setup, if anybody out there getting ready to jump into streaming or anything like that, don't go broke trying to buy the best of the best of the best. Don't do that to yourself, especially when you're starting out, because you never know if you're even gonna like it.
Yep.
I picked up a gaming mouse and keyboard that has been carrying me pretty damn good so far, and I play a lot of different stuff: Mountain Blade, League of Legends, blah 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 blah, and it's been super dope. through the Habit series of the Habit gaming on Amazon. There, it was a $30 mouse and keyboard set. It's got the backlights, breathing lights, blah 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 blah, all that other good stuff. It's pretty dope. And I know I keep saying blah 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 like I'm watching Transylvania. I have kids, man. And I'm actually excited for the new Transylvania. They announced a Hotel Transylvania movie. No, I think they announced 4. Is it going to be 3 or 4?
I don't know, man.
There's so many of them. Yeah.
I thought we were at 2.
No,
but that one was so big that it was
right. And they're actually coming out with another one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Adam Sandler out there doing it.
Adam Sandler is the man.
I love it. Why do people hate Adam Sandler?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's a lot of people out there, and it's more so in the community because people I talk to, I don't hear anybody vocalize to me, I hate Adam Sandler movies. But you go and you look at his movies and get crappy ratings. Mm-hmm. The man makes amazing movies. Blended was dope. That is one of the funniest Adam Sandler movies. We're blending. Like, if I see Terry Crews in a wig one more time,
Terry Crews better cut it out.
Man, his wig game, man, is strong. Even in Idiocracy, when he had the blonde wig on, when he was the wrestler / president.
Hey, man. God. What other he did? Well, Billy Madison, that was a classic.
Oh, of course.
Little Nicky.
Oh my God, he's like I'm from the deep south.
Hey, man, Adam Sandler's
Beefy.
Dope. Yeah, Adam Sandler was dope.
And then his crew is dope too.
Yeah, because he always rocked with this. Even like what was the movie he did with Kevin James? Not the game one.
Grown Ups
1 and 2 was dope.
He always keeps the same group of actors, and those guys make funny ass movies too. Like Grandma's Boy. Oh my God,
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen Grandma's Boy?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God, you need to go see Grandma's Boy ASAP. So we're not going to talk about that anymore. He needs to see Grandma's Boy.
I'm gonna go watch it
immediately. Okay, but speaking on stuff watching, or what we're watching. So, yes, I know I'm super late, not as late as missing out on Grandma's Boy, but I'm actually watching The Punisher right now. And I'm on, like, episode 4.
You will not be disappointed.
I love this damn show.
So, let me ask you a question. Since we've seen Daredevil, you've seen Daredevil,
yes.
Right? You're watching Punisher.
I've seen everything leading up to this.
Okay, but what haven't you seen Marvel and Netflix-wise?
I've seen everything leading up to this.
So, you've seen them all?
Yes.
Okay. I've only seen a couple. I'm only missing Jessica Jones, The Defenders, and Iron Fist. Right?
Okay.
Everything I
So you're kind of missing like the last half.
Okay.
Time frame wise.
Yes. Perfect. Where would you rank Punisher out of Daredevil? Both seasons of Daredevil.
Okay.
Luke Cage.
So just all of them, just all the Marvel.
I guess Netflix. All of them, yeah.
Okay. So
because I haven't seen
first would be the first season of Daredevil. That'd be number 1,
really?
And not because it's the first, but because it was the first time I watched a superhero get exhausted.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Hallway fight scene.
He was sitting in there.
He was throwing his body. Yeah, bro, and it was a single shot. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like for me, I love wide shots and I love single shot action scenes.
Yeah.
Old Boy, what other movies do it? I want to say Logan did a couple, but these open, wide shot, single shot scenes are some of the most amazing things to me. And then it does a good job of making you care about the bad guy. You actually feel for the bad guy, and you understand where they're coming from and why. Not that it's right. You're not rationalizing it, but you understand where they stand. So okay, so 1 would be Daredevil. 2, I would say Jessica Jones.
Really?
Oh, no, take that back. I'm sorry. I would say Punisher, just from what I've seen so far, just because of how much action it is and how detailed it is in his flashbacks.
Yeah.
His flashbacks and his nightmares. Some of the most... I love whimsical cinematic shots.
Yeah.
I swear I should have been in film. I took 1 art history class on film, and it blew my mind, and it changed the way I look at everything. Mm-hmm. And I want to say it was Mr. Ramirez. Thank you. He truly changed the way I look at movies. I look at building structures.
Yeah.
It was a damn art history class, and we looked at everything from just everything. So seeing how him bouncing back and forth from his nightmares, and then the way his fights are, and just how it jumps in and out of his head, I fucking love it. And that's all. Like I said, I'm only 4 episodes in.
Yeah,
and they feel a lot longer than every other show's episodes.
Oh, they are. Oh, they are.
Are they?
Oh, they are. They're long.
Okay, I thought I was just tripping. Maybe I was just really into it, but I thought I was on the second episode, and it was like episode 2 loading. Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Like, still one?
Yeah, like
no,
it felt really long. I want to say they're like 45 to 50 minutes, aren't they?
You know what? Yeah, they're long and they move fast.
Yes.
So like,
it covers ground.
Yeah, it really is soaring. Like it really is just going. So like when you're watching it, and I'm not going to ruin anything. When you're watching it, as you're watching it, you'll be realizing like, damn, they're still on this part.
Yep.
Or like, damn, they way past this part.
Yep.
Like, man, they're really flying past some stuff. It does slow down.
Yeah.
It does slow down like any show does throughout the season. But this is 12 episodes, and it literally feels...
I feel like I'm watching like Game of Thrones specials.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way. Like, I'm not saying that it feels like too much. Mm-hmm. It just feels like they gave us a lot.
It's a lot.
And I like it.
But it's a lot, but you can keep up with it.
There you go. And, okay, so now moving on from that, I would then say Jessica Jones. Now, Jessica Jones, they did a really good job of... I like when TV shows that are built around comic books don't make it clear that you're watching a comic book TV show. I love that. Like, when I watched Jessica Jones, I didn't get that strong feeling that I'm watching a superhero TV show.
Okay.
It was like, I felt like I was watching something else, and then somehow, some way, this girl got powers.
Yeah.
And she used them every now and then. Only when she'd be fighting or drunk, busting through her door or whatever. But it gave me a different vibe, and it felt like a good walk away from the whole Marvel universe while still keeping you there.
Oh, okay.
So it's refreshing, and that's why I put it at number 3, and then number 4 I would put Daredevil season 2.
Really?
Yeah, and then jumping from there, I would because it's kind of more or less the same thing, but I didn't want to put
of course.
And then after that, I would put Luke Cage
at 5.
Now I'm gonna put Luke Cage at 5 in this big scheme of things, more or less. Because it felt like they rode the what were those old movies called? The blaxploitation. Like, I felt like they kind of pushed it. It seemed cheesy. Mm-hmm. It had its dope ass moments, but I felt like they rode them a little too hard. Like, they pushed the first big black superhero running through this neighborhood. Like, they pushed that a little too harder than they had to. Because, I mean, you ain't got to sell it. It's fucking Luke Cage. This dude's a legend.
And it's in Harlem.
Yeah, it's in Harlem. Like, you don't have to oversell the fact that I'm dealing with a black neighborhood, black superhero. You don't have to over...
You think it was because of the time?
I think that's exactly what happened. I think it was a product of the time frame, which, when you look at it from that lens, it was perfect. Yeah. It was what we needed. I was pumped to see it. But looking back on it, pulling away from that scope, and actually just looking at it from a whole under what would I watch over again? Yeah, I'm gonna watch Daredevil and Punisher before I watch Luke Cage again.
Of course,
and that's just.
I think a lot of people would agree with you on your choice. I think the one thing with that list, or the one change I would make, or actually that'd be 3, I'd put season 2 Daredevil first, Punisher 1, and then Daredevil 3. In the same spot where you had...
Oh, you put Daredevil
1.
You like season 2 better than...
Season 2 of Daredevil. And I tell people this too. You can argue the fact of season 2 and Punisher. You can argue them being number 1.
Yeah.
And
the introduction of Punisher was very...
Only reason why I put Daredevil, the same fact that you're talking about how these one-shot angles... Yeah. That scene where he was in jail and he had to fight them people in that little hallway, I was like, "Yo, he did die." He was covered in blood, and then when the camera zooms out and he rolls over and he's laying on these dead bodies, I said, "Nah." That was dope. And then how the story played into the Daredevil and Punisher and how they come to meet, and then it was the crazy part about it is based off this story, Punisher was superior to Daredevil.
True.
He was superior. He literally beat him up. Like it was like stay down type deal.
Like you're done.
And what made that dope to me is the fact that the hero couldn't do nothing about it.
Yep. He just roll with it.
Yeah, he had to just roll with the punches.
And I think I was just doing it out of to be as fair as possible.
Of course, yeah.
And
but you can still argue it. Like I said, you can argue it.
And I think my only argument to that would be the reason why I put Daredevil season 1 is because it introduced those things in his world first.
Of course.
In terms of the fight scenes and him being a human. Like him. Him.
Okay, so all right, when you say that, that's like that's like my wife getting into comics.
Yes.
Right? I know the history behind Daredevil. I seen the movie. I read some comics on him. But when from a person that's already knew that, I didn't care about that. That's why. Yeah. So that's the difference. So okay, I can understand that.
Got you. And okay, and so we got to continue. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cap that bottom part off with Iron Fist. And no, it's a mix between. I actually let's pause for a second. I enjoyed Iron Fist.
Okay.
I see why it got a lot of hate, but I think it got more hate than it should have because of, once again, the racial climate, and we get to see a rich white kid again come back, even though that was it. His backstory is his backstory. Yeah, you can't. This is something that was created years ago. I want to say over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't get mad at his backstory that already existed, like just because of the racial climate and everything we're dealing with in today's world. But that's what his story was. Mm-hmm. So I feel like he got a lot of that show got a lot of backlash for that. And then yes, he was an awkward character. He was hard to watch. Like the whole I'm rich but I'm a kid, but then I can kick ass on a astronomical level. But then my fighting isn't the top tier. And
that sound like the kids of Iron Man Netflix or not Netflix show. That was Cartoon Network, I believe. Oh, they had the Iron Man show when he was a kid in college. Yeah, he's Iron Man.
Yeah, and it was like you had kid problems. But it didn't do well in painting that picture. It seems super cheesy and out of place. But so now begs the question. So after Luke Cage, what do I jump to? Do I put Defenders or do I put? I'm gonna say Defenders and I'm gonna say Iron Fist. Now the reason why I put the Defenders so low is it didn't feel rushed, but it felt rushed. I felt like it was rushed. I get it though, because they're assuming that everybody watching it watched all the other Netflix shows.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't have to reintroduce everybody. I don't have to throw you backstory because that's what these whole series were about.
I think
now it's just these Netflix Marvel characters coming together.
Yeah.
And then why did Iron Fist have to be the sucker again? Like, not only did he have a rough time in his own show, but then he had a rough time into the Defenders. Like, the dude was just a liability the whole show. And I don't know.
I think you need that. It's like a Robin.
Yeah, oh, damn.
Robin is a liability, man. As a Batman fan, Robin's always fucking up, man.
You know what's trippy? Did you see that? I want to say it was Batman Dark Metal, or Metal Dark, or whatever, where it was a fusion of Joker becoming the Batman.
No.
Okay, well, all the Robins, he has a bunch of kid Robins with him.
Who, Joker?
The Batman who is Joker, but it's like a fusion.
Yeah.
And they say Crow. All day they say Crow. That's all they say, Crow. Throughout the whole comic, every panel you see him on, Crow. And then I want to say at a random panel they say Bar. And you remember what happened when the Joker kidnapped Robin and beat him to a pulp with the crowbar.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's why.
It was dark. It was dark as shit. Like, I get goosebumps when I...
Yeah. I remember when Robin became the Joker. Like, I remember that.
The animated...
Yeah. When he
put the DNA in him or something like that?
Well, he kidnapped him, and then remember they thought Joker died. And then Joker came back, but it wasn't really Joker.
What was that? That wasn't the Killing Joke. Killing Joke was dope. Actually, a lot of people didn't like the Killing Joke.
Was it the Red Hood that Robin got mad that he wanted Batman to kill.
Red Hood.
Yeah, he wanted.
That was a dope scene.
That was a dope.
You know what made me really love Batman was when he threatened Darkseid he told Darkseid, I'm gonna destroy the whole planet. Mm-hmm. Either stop what you're doing or I'll kill everything. I want to say it was Darkseid, and Darkseid was like, no other creature, no other being or species.
Oh, when he went to his world?
He went to his world.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, Superman wouldn't have did this.
No, nobody.
Wonder Woman wouldn't have did this. He was like, but you, a human, you would have done this.
I'm gonna tell you
everything to make sure.
I'm gonna tell you what put Batman in perspective for me was when the Justice League found out he had contingency plans against all of them.
Yeah. Yep.
He was like, yeah, but there's nothing in here for you. He was, but you gotta understand it. He explains it to him. You guys are all aliens and superpowers.
If you don't think
he the only human a part of this group.
But that wasn't even the main issue of him being a human.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you guys all single-handedly could take over this planet.
Of course.
You all single-handedly can kill and destroy everything and conquer.
We've all seen Superman go evil.
Yep. Injustice, that whole story.
We've all seen that.
Yeah. Like, so we need to have that contingency plan. And the fact that he's dope enough to have that much foresight, like, any of y'all can become a threat.
But he's always had that. This is why he's never in a losing situation.
But let me tell you this: there was a post that was going around that asked, "Would you rather be an Avenger or part of the Justice League?" And I said, in somebody's argument, because I said, "Oh, dude, I would rather join the Avengers.
Yeah, me too.
I would rather join the Avengers." And they were like, "Oh, but they got a lot more government." Government taking over and being a part of them. Mm-hmm. I was like, that is very true, because you got everything from S.H.I.E.L.D. You have the actual physical government, the U.S. government and nations getting involved. Civil War, Mm-hmm. But I told him this. I was like, I'd rather deal with a government that I can just break rules against and what they gonna do, than have to worry about Batman seeing me as a threat. And everybody was like, you're right. And then I felt like Avengers throw better parties.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like I'd have more fun with the Avengers than I would.
Yeah, I think there's more life in the Avengers.
Yeah, like
if you ask me.
Yeah, like
Justice League they're too like slick talk. Like y'all always
talk.
got something smart to say. Like ain't nobody trying to hear that all day. Like that's why I like Beast Boy so much.
Yes.
And I love Beast Boy so much because he was like the
bounce.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think I would choose the Avengers too. I think the Avengers is the way to go.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
I mean, if I had, and then I don't have to worry about Batman.
So let me
seeing me as a threat.
So now, since we have a podcast, right?
Yes.
Since we're adults, things like that. If you had to have one superpower, what would it be?
And I can't pick the power to have all powers.
No, okay. We're not playing that game. We're not playing that one, man. We're not doing that.
I wish I had a million wishes.
No.
My millionth wish. I wish I had. All
right, so let's make it even better. If you had to choose two powers,
abilities,
what would it be?
Okay, so it would be the ability to teleport wherever I want.
Okay, see.
Okay.
Hey, two brains.
Yeah. And then the ability to read minds.
Really?
When I want. Not all the time.
Not every day.
Because, I mean, we could play devil's advocate, that whole thing of, well, shit, that sounds like a terrible ability. Because what if I'm having a nightmare and all of a sudden I teleport? No, I fucking teleport into a volcano.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
Like,
you would have to master it.
I would have to master it.
Just like Spider-Man when he got the Spidey sense.
Yep.
And he's hearing everything.
Yeah.
He had to control it.
You have to control it.
All right, so my two is to be able to teleport wherever I want and to be able to transform into any animal that I possibly want. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this last night. I swear to God, I was walking from loading this truck, and I said, "Man, if I could pick, matter of fact, my first one would be to be able to transform into any animal possible."
Okay.
I was like, because imagine I'll be ruler of air, land, and sea.
That is true.
I could potentially be ruler of air, land, and sea.
Yep.
Like nothing can hold me. I could become plankton.
This food, right? It just be like, and I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I'm done. Oh, is that a nuke? I'm gonna turn into a roach.
You know, I'm gonna survive this. But and then being able to teleport anywhere, was just
when I seen the movie Jumper,
that was my thing too.
That blew my mind. And then a consolation prize out of those, like let's say those didn't work out, and it was like, okay, you got to pick one. I would say the ability to fly. And I'm gonna tell you what I would do. My business would be to take people personally where they need to go, and I'd charge them super dumb prices. Like, okay, so you heard of private jets?
Yeah.
Well, that private jet's got to land at an airport. Nah, not when you travel with
Flybear.
Man, not with Flybear J67. I'm taking you to the doorstep where you gotta go,
right to the spot.
Got you. Let's go.
I could ring the doorbell for you too. Like, bing. That's crazy.
But that, that's just a practical superhero ability. But seeing Jumper, though, and it just sat there and it blew my mind because I couldn't even imagine, bro, looking at a magazine like, oh, man, that place looks dope.
There. I think the reason why I wouldn't do, I guess because I'm patient enough to be like, oh, I'll just turn into a bird and fly there.
Yeah.
I could just fly there. Just give me the location.
Right.
I can just fly. But being able to teleport is cool or to teleport anywhere you want is cool because it's more like, and then I think, was that the show they had to see it before they can go there? Or was that?
I want to say he had to see it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he created like doorway, kind of like portals.
Yeah. That's dope to me because you can go anywhere. Like you can get out of any situation.
Yeah.
You would literally be Flash. Like,
yeah.
I'm there.
Gone.
I'm out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And nobody could stop you.
Nope.
Nobody could unless they have like a task force like in Jumper.
Like in Jumper.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what show handled that in a really good way, teleportation? And it's actually still ongoing. Have you watched The Magicians?
No.
Okay, anybody out there who got Netflix, and I know you got Netflix, take some time, watch The Magicians. I was always weary of watching it because I never read any reviews or anything, just kind of seen it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be cheesy as hell. Dude, imagine Harry Potter with real life adult drama and blood, gore, and murder.
Yeah.
It is intense.
Really?
Bro, intense. Well, there's a guy on there, he can teleport, but teleportation is one of the most dangerous magical powers you could possibly have. And
why is that?
Because, like he said, the guy training was like, what if you have a wet dream and you over here and teleport inside a damn volcano and then you kill yourself?
Yeah.
And he was like, when you don't if you don't have complete mastery of this ability, you are a liability to you and everyone around you. He even, most people who have that ability through history in that show and that world, they get a tattoo and it's basically an anchor and it's a spell that anchors them to where they can only teleport through their mind. So they can only mentally and spirit be there.
Okay.
They body stay, and they get tattoos and brands to protect themselves so their body, so they don't kill themselves through teleportation.
Really?
Yeah.
You would have to be a happy motherfucker.
All the time.
Like you would have to always have a smile on your face. Like you getting your ass whooped having a smile on your face.
Could you imagine just like having that weird thought, oh man, I want to be here.
And you're just there.
There.
You know? Like I can't
bro. But the show, outside of teleportation, the show is overall amazing. I recommend everybody watch The Magicians. It's dope. If you loved Harry Potter and you like any of those other dramas, if you loved Harry Potter, bro, you will love The Magicians because it takes an adult, not so whimsical theme. It puts real life problems within magic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, no, it makes it almost like normal.
Yeah. Well, I was not about to bash on the show. I was about to bash on adults who don't have an imagination.
Yeah. Oh man,
like,
I hate that.
Come on, man. Like you got to understand that you having a creative mind and having an imagination about things is not a bad thing.
Nope.
Like, come on, man. Grow the hell up, man.
Right.
You ask me at least.
Right.
Grow up.
Man, be it.
You're telling me to grow. You grow up.
You grow up, man. Understand it's okay to have an imagination, man.
Yeah. But what was the other show? DBZ. So DBZ DBZ Super's out now. I haven't watched all of them, but I did watch the most recent one, and that's the one that we've been seeing the meme about Jiren. Or actually, I'm sorry, the one before this. This is 124 was the one about Jiren. 125 is the meme on Frieza getting destroyed.
Now, what's so funny is, me personally, I'm a terrible nerd. I haven't watched any of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, because there's so much out there.
There's so much TV. There's so much
stuff out there.
I mean, I'm watching so many different shows.
And it's 125 episodes,
Thank
man.
you.
I don't fault nobody fault you. So let me explain
the
Frieza thing with you first. So so far we're at a point there's a competition going on, and it's between two universes. And I think it's Universe 7 and the Universe 11. If I'm wrong, please correct me.
In the comments.
And they're trying to last universe standing pretty much wins. Well, it's you got Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Goku up against this guy named Jiren who does not take attacks. Like, Jiren is the new Chuck Norris. For you guys that are Chuck Norris fans, go look up Jiren. Jiren is the new Chuck Norris. The guy had a race with time, and time is still running. that was one of the things. That was one. So they're fighting a bunch. They're going up against guys that they just cannot beat. Like, this is the first time where there's nothing they could do. Like, there's no superpower. They've gone, like, Goku's gone Super Saiyan Blue times 10 Kaioken, and he can't do nothing. And it is what it is. Like, this is how bad it is. They're flying at him. He's walking towards them.
He's just accepting.
He's just walking towards them. They can't hit him. He can't do nothing. And he's buff as hell. This alien is buff. He's yoked. And he's just, he looks basic. You pointed that out.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of Jiren.
Jiren looks
like the
basic.
most basic drawn
enemy on Earth. He don't look like nothing. He just looked like, he looks like a
B-roll character.
Yeah. But he's out there whooping their ass and they can't hit him. Well, this specific 125 episode is about Frieza, and one of the guys that they're fighting from that universe, he was a guy that's about justice, right? And he was a candidate to become a god of destruction. Well, Frieza gangs up on him when him and Android 18 are having a battle, Yes, Android 18. They're having a battle, and Frieza gangs up on him and starts throwing energy balls as he's in an energy blast battle with Android 18. And as they're shooting, he's hitting them from the back with the beams, and he's just taking it. Well, Frieza throws a massive beam at him. Android 18's beam, they both collide, hit him, tear his ass up, and they thought he was over, but he was still standing. And all it says, it zooms in close on his mouth area, and he goes, "I know what I have to do." And he starts powering up, and he turns purple, and he becomes a god of destruction. He gets the power of a god of destruction. And you got all the people watching like, oh, no. Jiren hears, and he goes, his name was Topo, or Tapo. And he goes, "Tapo, you've accepted it." And it literally, he starts generating purple and black energy balls and saying, "Destroy." And these beams is flying at people. Android 18 is running from him. Frieza gets hits with one, but Frieza's mistake was because she was able to hold one before. She thought she could catch this one, and it destroyed her. But
Wait, so Frieza's a girl?
I thought Frieza was a girl.
Am
I bugging?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think we might be dealing with a Orochi.
Yeah, y'all gotta explain it. I thought Frieza was a chick the whole time.
I think Frieza's a dude, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Lord Frieza.
I guess I'm wrong. Well, I don't know. Because she has a super Frieza. Let me not go there. Frieza has another form now where she goes gold. Anyway, Frieza goes gold.
Wait, I do. I remember all the memes was like, oh, so Frieza is a Super Saiyan now?
Yeah. And, but it's funny when...
I used to have serious beef with Frieza because he was out there calling everybody monkeys. Like...
Hey, but did you know, and I just learned, it probably was said before, but I just learned it. Frieza had took in a bunch of the Super Saiyans into his or her army she had. Whatever he had.
Frieza's a man, dude.
Okay, Frieza's a man. Whatever. All right. So into his army, and what he does is he cuts their tail off.
Yeah, so they can't transform.
Yeah, and so when Raditz or not Raditz when they run into a new group of Saiyans from a different universe, and he was like, "Yeah, you look like the ones from Lord Frieza's army," and he was like, "Frieza, what?" They're from a universe totally opposite from the Super Saiyans from this universe. Like, they don't capture planets and destroy planets.
Oh,
they save peaceful planets and yeah. So
it.
Yeah.
Also, is that where all those female Super Saiyans came from?
That the first one that we're introduced to is one from that planet.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So, it's. So yeah, basically Frieza gets destroyed, and then you see all of the memes where the dude's holding his face. Whatever, man. This whole time, my whole Dragon Ball Z life, I thought Frieza was a chick, man. Sound like a chick if you ask me. Anyway, yeah, Frieza gets destroyed, and
let's take a break on that, because you got to realize how progressive that would have had to be back in the 90s. Watching a grown, blonde-haired, buff-ass white dude, well, white as in portrayal because of the blonde hair, beating the snot out of a female alien.
It was a super strong-ass alien. He had to use a.
That's still one of the longest. That is the longest fight scene.
It has to be the longest fight
scene. It
is
the longest anime fight scene ever.
It has to be.
To see a man beating up on a female or woman for that long, for 26
Man, as a
episodes.
kid, you thinking about that? You're not thinking about that until just now.
I'm just saying. But you got to think, no, I'm talking about even back then for the adults, how progressive that would have been.
Yeah, but think it's about a Super Saiyan alien.
Think about this.
No.
What was the first female major fighter in DBZ? Pan?
I would have thought it was Frieza. No. I thought it was Frieza.
I want to say it was Pan.
No. You talking about villain or hero?
No, just period.
And you could say Android.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Android 17.
My bad.
Android 17.
But think of how they got away with that. She's a robot.
Yeah, but still. She's a robot that can have babies.
Well, that's because... You don't remember?
Okay. I'm just saying, regardless she was an android, even though she was wished back as a human, no one cares.
So
the chick. I'm just saying, you gotta then... Listen, but you know it makes it more believable. The fact
Lord
that
Frieza's a girl.
Lord Frieza damn near killed everybody.
Yeah.
Lord Frieza was destroying everybody. Destroyed Goku. Goku Spirit Bomb couldn't kill her.
Yeah.
She caught it. And went like 30 feet into the earth and came back. I'm just saying Frieza was destroying everybody. So, I mean, what, you gonna Google it? Google it. I swore up and down Frieza was a chick, man. And why would they give Frieza that voice? What does it say?
Oh my god.
And if somebody plays the voice as Frieza, that's a chick. She's a chick.
Most likely, we already know.
Okay, so she's a chick. It's an alien. She ain't got no private parts. There's no way we can tell. They lying. Where you see it? Let me see. Gender male, Frieza race, a hybrid mutant. She's a mutant. She's 707 or 84 years old.
I can't breathe, bro. He said, "Yeah, she's over here."
She's an agent of destruction.
Why you keep saying she and it clearly says?
I don't know,
ladies and gentlemen. For those who didn't know, Lord Frieza, is the male.
I didn't know that. It's gonna be hard. That's like 10 years of thinking he's a chick. Can you stop laughing at me, please? This is not funny. This is very I am very destroyed right now.
Oh my god, man!
I've been a DBZ fan from day one.
Dude, let me tell you how drastic that has to be. The best comparison I got is when I barely realized that Craig's ex on Friday, there was a dude in the bed while she was going off asking about where Craig was. there's a guy in the bed with her. And my
that.
mom had to point that out to me. She was like, you didn't see the guy in the bed when she's on the phone talking about my baby cousin, sister, brother, da-da-da-da, said she seen you with da-da-da-da. There's a man laying in the bed next to her, bro.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
So basically telling me my life is destroyed. Why can't I just go back to being a kid, man? Everything's just all torn apart. I'm done, man. I am finished. I'm Joe Budden done.
Next time on Adventures of the Black Nerds, Will
that's crazy.
xTJones, now known as T-Jones, come back. Will Baron J67 stop laughing?
Shut your
Will Frieza be announced as a woman?
Might as well be. Alright, man. Listen. I'm over that. So, other than me learning that the Frieza is a chick, a man. I'm sorry, man. I'm. This is years of being destroyed mentally.
Folks, on that note, this is Baron J67.
I'm xTJones, man.
And this is, as usual.
I'm not X.
As usual, this is a wonderful adventure. I'm happy to do this with y'all, and I'm so thankful for y'all listening. Y'all make sure to subscribe. Follow us on all our individual channels. Baron J67.
xTJones on all platforms. Everything's in the description.
It'll be in the description, man. And y'all have a good one. Much love.
Peace out.